In a small village in Benue State, Nigeria, lived a young man named Samuel. At 19 years old, Samuel had a dream that was bigger than his situation. He lived with his mother, a hard-working widow who spent every day farming under the hot sun just to provide for him. Their life was not easy. Their house was simple, money was always limited, but inside that home was something powerful: hope. Samuel believed that his story could change. Every day, he watched young people leave the village searching for opportunities. Some returned disappointed, but Samuel believed he could succeed. He wanted to travel to Lagos, find work, make money, and give his mother the life she deserved. One evening, Samuel told his mother about his plan. She was afraid because she knew how difficult life in the city could be. But she saw determination in her son's eyes. She decided to support him. To raise money for his journey, she sold the only goat the family owned. It was a painful sacrifice, but she believed her son's future was worth it. Before Samuel left, his mother gave him the transport money and an old Bible. "Never lose faith, no matter what happens," she told him. Samuel hugged his mother and promised, "I will come back successful." With a small backpack and a heart full of dreams, Samuel boarded a bus to Lagos. The villagers watched as he disappeared into the distance. Some believed he would succeed. Others believed he would return broken. But Samuel was ready to fight for his future. When Samuel arrived in Lagos, he was amazed. The tall buildings, busy streets, and endless movement made the city look like a place where anything was possible. But reality came quickly. Samuel searched for jobs every day. He carried his CV from one office to another, hoping someone would give him a chance. But every door seemed closed. "We will call you. We are not hearing. You don't have enough experience." Those words became familiar. Days turned into weeks. His money started disappearing. The room he rented became harder to afford. Food became a daily struggle. But Samuel refused to give up. He took any work he could find. He carried goods in markets. He washed cars. He helped traders. The jobs were difficult, but they kept him alive. At night, Samuel would sit alone and think about his mother back home. He wondered if he had made a mistake leaving. But every time he opened the Bible she gave him, he remembered why he started. He was not just fighting for himself. He was fighting for his family's future. After months of struggling, Samuel finally met someone who promised him an opportunity. The man told him about a good-paying job. For the first time in a long time, Samuel felt hope. The man asked him to pay a registration fee to secure the position. Samuel used almost all the money he had saved. He believed this was the breakthrough he had been waiting for. But the job never came. The man disappeared. Samuel had been deceived. He searched everywhere, but the person was gone. Now he had almost nothing left. Then things became even worse. Samuel lost his phone. The small device that connected him to his mother was gone. For the first time, he felt completely alone. He wanted to call home. He wanted to tell his mother the truth. But shame stopped him. How could he tell her that after all her sacrifice, he had failed? Months passed. His family heard nothing from him. Back in the village, people started asking questions. Some believed Samuel had failed. Some believed something terrible had happened. But his mother refused to stop believing in him. Every night, she prayed that her son would return safely. Meanwhile, Samuel continued fighting a silent battle in Lagos. He had lost money. He had lost his connection to home. But he had not lost his determination. One evening, while walking through Lagos, Samuel saw an elderly mechanic struggling with a broken vehicle. Most people walked past. But Samuel stopped to help. He did not ask for money. He simply wanted to help. Together, they worked on the vehicle until it finally started. The mechanic noticed something different about Samuel. He saw honesty. He saw discipline. He saw someone who refused to give up. The elderly man asked Samuel about his story. Samuel explained everything. The journey from Benue, the struggles in Lagos, the disappointment, the loneliness. Instead of judging him, the mechanic offered him food and a place to rest. A few days later, the mechanic introduced Samuel to a businessman who worked in agriculture. The businessman noticed Samuel's attitude. He did not see a poor young man. He saw potential. He offered Samuel a chance to learn. Samuel accepted immediately. For the first time in years, he had someone willing to give him an opportunity. He started learning about farming, business, and management. During the day, he worked. At night, he studied. Slowly, Samuel began rebuilding his life. Years passed. Samuel transformed from a struggling young man into a skilled farmer and businessman. The knowledge he gained changed his future. Eventually, he started his own small farming project. At the beginning, it was not easy. He rented a small piece of land and started with only a few chickens. Many people doubted him, but Samuel had already survived worse challenges. He worked every morning. He studied every night. He reinvested every profit back into the business. Then problems came. Storms destroyed part of his farm. Crops failed. Money became tight. But Samuel refused to quit. Every failure taught him something new. Slowly, his small farm grew. He hired workers. He bought better equipment. He expanded his production. The young man who once slept on Lagos streets was now building something valuable. But even with success, one thought remained in his heart. His mother. For 7 years, she had not heard his voice. Samuel knew it was time to return home. Not just to show his success, but to finally say, "Thank you for believing in me." After 7 years away, Samuel finally made a decision. It was time to go back home. The journey that once started with a young boy carrying a small backpack and a dream had brought him back as a different person. He was no longer the frightened teenager who arrived in Lagos with nothing. He was now a successful young entrepreneur who had built something from the ground up. But despite everything he achieved, his mother, for 7 years, she had wondered where he was. She had lived with questions. Was he safe? Was he alive? Would he ever return? Samuel carried those thoughts with him as he boarded the bus back to Benue State. As the bus traveled through the Nigerian landscape, memories flooded his mind. He remembered the day he left. He remembered his mother's tears. He remembered the old Bible she gave him. And he remembered the promise he made. "I will come back successful." When the bus finally reached his village, Samuel stepped down quietly. At first, nobody recognized him. The young boy who left years ago had changed. Tears filled her eyes. They hugged tightly. Years of pain, worry, and unanswered questions disappeared in that moment. The entire village gathered after hearing the news. Everyone wanted to see the boy who had disappeared for 7 years. People who once doubted him were now amazed. Samuel did not return to show off. He returned to honor the woman who never stopped believing in him. He told the villagers, "I know what it feels like to have no opportunity. I don't want young people here to suffer the way I suffered." Samuel revealed his plan. He wanted to build a farming project that would create jobs and teach young people valuable skills. The same village that watched him leave with nothing was now watching him bring hope. The construction of Samuel's farming project began. Day by day, the empty land transformed. Buildings were created. Farms were developed. Young people started receiving training and opportunities. Many youths who once wanted to leave the village now had a reason to stay. Samuel was not just building a business. He was changing lives. He hired people who reminded him of his younger self. People who had dreams but lacked opportunities. He told them, "Someone once gave me a chance. Now it is my turn to give others a chance." The community began to change. Families became stronger. Young people gained hope. The village that once struggled began moving toward a brighter future. His story became a reminder that difficult seasons do not last forever. Sometimes the people who struggle the most become the people who inspire the most. Samuel's journey was never just about becoming successful. It was about turning pain into purpose, turning failure into lessons, and using his success to lift others. Because sometimes the person everyone thinks is lost is simply becoming the person they were meant to be.